Previously on the Curse of Los, the party met the awesome uh, Rictavio, who is really Jock Slater from the actual movie The Last Action Hero. Maybe I should just tone it down with the accent and bring the Ja, the last action hero. Das ist gut. Yeah, I will keep this. Yeah, da. Yeah. Um, you guys, he rescued you from the fire, the cold fire that Re had started, which burned down, the coffin maker's place. But that's okay because they were secretly, Losad secretly convinced him to make that transport place for his new spawns, vampire spawns. So.
I do also believe they would be better off by servicing their dead with cremation instead.
Unfortunately, you also almost killed your party members by doing that. So
Lies and or slander.
yeah, speaking of lies and or slander, the hot rumor is that they're trying to start is the hot rumor is that you guys are burning down the entire town. Anyways, Rictavio saves you. Come with me if you want to leave. You made it back to after a brief little chase where I told you guys couldn't use any of your skills. You don't use any of your powers, just your skills. You made it back to the church. You opened up the book, the Tome of Los, or at least Scar did, thereby falling into a mesmerized event where both of their backgrounds have similar backgrounds, but
origin stories, yes.
Origin stories. But we got to relive Scars in an awesome bit of flashbackery.
Yes, we brought back the bones too.
We brought back the bones, so now the church is sanctified and protective against Los's minions, or at least those of them that are undead. We learned a little bit about the rules of hospitality as the episode ended with you guys getting an invitation, an official invitation from Los to have dinner and to smooth over these what do I call them? Misinterpretations, miscommunications, all of
Fake news, the worst news. The media hates us.
Oh, you mean Fox? Okay.
Coming back. Oh, and one more thing. You also learned weakness. You learned two more things that I need to remind you of. We have friends there. I have friends everywhere. Is a secret password that you use for those for the people that are kind of against Strahd working together. Madame Eva, Rectavio, two of the allies so far that you found. And there are more. The secret word is I have friends everywhere. Also,
is the priest one of them? Is the priest one of them?
Yes. Okay. Both priests, or at least this priest, just this priest, but not the other one.
I don't know who the other one is.
Lucia. It doesn't matter. You learned one more thing: a weakness, or through his past, he does not like to be called Carlitos. And we coming back. But let's discuss one quick thing with all three of you. I suppose you have the invitation, and then Q has this look of quick fear, or she needs to talk to, she said, I can't deal with this right now. I got to go see about something. And her and Crag go to the church with Lucian to find out about history of their people. So even just you three, there we go. That's how they're gone. Done and done. Easy peasy. Now you three, left in the cart with Octavio. The tome is still there. There's one more piece of information that I promised I'd give you. Every time you delve into this, I'll give you a piece of information on a weakness on Los. So, what weakness do you guys want to know? You can decide as a group. I'll give you one of the weaknesses.
What categories?
Yeah,
The
what are the
categories.
categories?
Health.
I was going to say, tell us all his weaknesses, and we'll tell you which one we want.
Actual damage resistances, legendary actions versus resistance, abilities, statistics.
I'm actually curious about his damage resistances.
And
What about you, Armolad?
I'm more curious about his legendary abilities.
So we all have our differing opinions about this.
Yes.
So we need to fight.
No fighting.
I think you have fought enough, Red.
Never enough. I can always fight a little more.
So it sounds like damage resistance. Raise your hand for damage resistance. Who wants to vote for damage resistance?
If I lose power,
Wooster's the one who suggested it. He's not raising his hand, though.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. I got a message from Mrs. Wooster.
That's amazing. The chance of Columbo showing up in Carlos's campaign are low, but never zero. You know what? I'm gonna have to watch an episode or two, though, and I might get inspired.
Oh, but wait, there's one more thing. Sorry, that's a Columboism.
Yes, everybody probably knows that. All right, so we got to vote for damage resistance. We got to vote for legendaries. And Scar, what's your?
I'll go with roosters.
All right.
So we get 2-1 on damage resistances.
And I'll vote with none of y'all because this is your vote. All right.
And I was saying that if I lose power, I have a serious storm going on right now.
You too? Wow.
Go shoot at it.
I mean,
Probably not the same one.
No, but it's pretty windy. And it's thunder and lightning.
So something cool about
Very
Finland is our weather is pretty mellow. The biggest storm we had didn't even reach hurricane levels.
Well, hurricanes are kind of rare on land.
Yeah, but that's in my lifetime.
Hmm. Well, it's like we've never had a hurricane here because, well, we've had tornadoes, but we've never had a hurricane because we're inland.
I live at the
We
coast.
get snowstorms.
Anyway, tangents.
I live in Florida.
Yeah.
Tangent over.
Scar?
Let's carry on.
I hope that the storm doesn't interrupt.
I hope it doesn't either. But it's getting really dark here. And I had to turn on my light, as you saw,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go on.
Damage resistances. He's resistance to necrotic, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks.
What about fire?
Not resistance to fire.
Yes! Yes! My dragon breath!
So repeat that again so I can write that down.
Actually, I should probably write this down into the chat.
That's probably a smart idea that I didn't come up with. So he's resistant to neurotic, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Did you say neurotic?
Necrotic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said, neurotic.
Sure.
So that's actually not that resistant to my damage types.
But would vulnerabilities count as resistances? Like, is he extra vulnerable to certain attacks, or would that be a separate question?
That's technically anti-resistance.
Mm-hmm.
But given that he is probably some sort of vampire, I would assume sunlight has a thingy-mabob for him.
Because I was going to ask the priest if he could either bless my staff or give me a supply of holy water so that I can douse it before fights.
But non-magical, that's blessings. That's not magical. Or am I?
I'm already not worrying about that. It's already a magical staff. I just wanted blessed because that way vampires might take extra damage because it's blessed, or with holy water because they might take extra damage. Not necessarily against him, but
I need to get a battle axe that's magical.
I think.
Yes, you do.
You know what? This is. I'm right, Victoria. Jacques.
Octavio?
Victavio. What did I say, Victorio? Jack, for sure, knows this answer. Los, like most vampires. And he is very weak to forbiddance. Vampires cannot enter a residence without an invitation from one of the occupants. They are harmed by running water. He takes 20 acid damage if ending in turn in running water.
So pee on him. Okay.
Yeah, that might work. Or he might just chop off your dick. Who knows?
Yeah.
Vampires can be tricky that way. Stake to the heart. Like most vampire, classic. And sunlight hypersensitivity. When in sunlight, vampires take 20 radiant damage at the start of their turn.
Every time?
Yeah. And he has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, only when in sunlight. And
I turn to him and say, can you get me a magical battle axe? Or help me get a magical battle axe?
9. But there is something that there is a bone that acts like a mace that is magical here that I have been researching. Give me 1 second while I look. But first off, hang on. Vampires. Da 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 da. I'm going to type into the chat what I guys just told you. And I have a nice little treasure. Where are they? Where are they? Where? Saint Marcovius Thybone. Here we go.
So what you want to do is stake a vampire over a running water.
What? No. Stake a vampire while he's in his coffin, and then fill it with pee.
Okay. I wish I could show this picture in chat. There is the Saint Marcovius Thybone. Saint Marcovius Thybone has the properties of a mace of disruption. If it scores 1 or more hits against the vampire in the course of a single battle, the Cyber, let's see, Mace of Disruption. When you hit a fiend or an undead with this magic weapon, that creature takes an extra 2d6 radiant damage. Radiant, that is bad. The target has 25 hit points or fewer after taking this damage. It must succeed a 15 wisdom saving throw or be destroyed.
Woo. You see Scar's eyes just like, ooh, I want.
Yeah, I have been looking for this artifact myself.
Really coming down.
Last known, why don't you help me? There's not really much you can help me with this, but let me see if I could find where I couldn't find this. Saint Marcovius Thybone. I have. This is the reason why I was coming here to begin with. I was wanting to speak with Father Lucian about this and if he knew anything about it.
Let's ask him.
Yeah, okay.
She grabs his arm and it's like, let's go.
All right.
By the way, did I get an answer from the priest about either blessing or holy water?
Well, let's take care of all of this together.
Okay.
Reg, you coming too, or are you going to stay in the caravan by yourself?
I'll join.
Zone touch nothing.
Said he'll
Opens
join.
up the wrong container and you will set up traps.
I am coming as well.
Das ist gut.
Das ist gut.
Let me find one quick thing. The areas of Vallaki, St. Andrew's Church.
Only Carl was here.
The slouching, centuries-old stone church has a bulging steeple in the back and walls lined with cracked, stained glass windows depicting pious saints. A fence of wrought iron closes a garden of gravestones next to the church. A thin mist creeps among the graves. This late at night, with the fires still fresh and people scared, there's masses here huddled, waiting for protection. The church pews are filled to the brim of hard, worn-looking people, very scared, doing their best to just this praying on for what's called a miracle to happen, for this to stop. You burst in all excited in the middle of one of Father Lucian Petrovich's sermons. He's finishing up a piece of ancient history of the bones of Santa Andral, that now that you have returned, this will be a protection for the people. Come, we will help you, we'll protect you. Those in need, we will do our best to pull our resources together. Let me see. Bones of St. Andral. He goes on an ancient story of St. Andral, how was the protector of this area until one of the battles lost in ancient times. But the battles lost against the Briarwood family. But he stood as a symbol, protection, and here now will protect the city. You wait, unless you just want to interrupt in the middle of his speech, but pretty soon, people after like the next 15 minutes, like most church things, he gives his blessings, and people go up to him little by little. Soon enough, though, he's left on his own as his other companion, that other kid that you guys so viciously scared into telling who he told about the bones was. He's there leading the people. You have some moments by yourself with Father Lucian. Oh, and also Craig, and Craig is helping out because he's other people. All right. How can I help you? I cannot thank you enough for the return of the bones. You will finally have sanctuary here for the people that need it, against the thunderstorm and clouds and storms happening outside.
Is there? So I'll basically ask him about the blessing or holy water thing.
Let me see what I can do. Holy water.
How do you make holy water? You take regular water and you boil the hell out of it.
Yeah. How many would you
You guys
like?
can't hear this?
No, but I could see your face reacting to it. In fact, I'm thinking to make it extra creepy, the fires. Then my story, I think maybe thunder lightning now happening to help douse out the fire and just add to the ambience of a storm and rage being outside of the bones being returned and Los's plan being foiled. So the storms are in the game too, just to add a little bit extra drama for Scar. Yes. Yeah, of course. I can make you some. Here I have at least 6 containers that you can have, and he's got these little glass bottles.
So would I have to
They're good for throwing.
Yeah, would that be good for breaking and throwing throwing and breaking on enemies, or would that be good for dousing my weapon?
It's good for throwing on enemies. I'm trying to, you know what? How I can do it? I need to drag and drop this into one of your characters. So give me a second. And I'll drag and drop a couple of these to you guys' characters. Let's see if that works. Just gotta zoom in. All right. Holy water. To Armolad, look at your inventory and tell me if that worked.
I haven't seen anything yet.
Maybe I gotta open your inventory. Let me try that. Open character sheet. Ah, there it goes. I gotta open it. And,
Holy water, holy water. Two separate ones.
all right. And let me do the same thing to Rhett. Do you want to check your inventory real quick?
Sure.
Ah, I still have you as old Ray. Darn it.
No holy water in my inventory.
No, I threw it to the wrong Ray. That's why. All right, one more time. Let's see if this works. And if not, then let me see. This one for sure will work. Tell me if you have two or if you have how many of these you got. I just gave you one for sure.
No, that's holy symbol. Yeah, there's 2 holy waters, yes.
Funny how it's adding 2 of them. All right, Scar, I'm gonna throw one into you as well.
I'm gonna delete the other one, okay.
I wonder why I've been collecting teeth. I have an abominable Yeti tooth and a Remoraz tooth.
Yeah, you're feeling peckish?
Yeah, I guess if somebody tells me to bite them, I don't have to use my own teeth.
Oil of Taggart. Poison. Oil of Sharpness. Oil of Slipperiness.
That's what you put on the opponent's weapon.
Oil of Etherealness. Not really like a holy oil that you could just throw on your weapon.
Oh well. And I'm guessing any blessing wouldn't last long enough. Okay.
Yeah.
It was an idea.
But at least I could spare you some. At least I could spare you some
Holy water.
holy water. Yeah. I wonder if silver. No, silver's only going to be working against werewolves. I would have specified silver.
Yeah, we are probably going to meet up with some werewolves, so...
Scar. Besides oh, let's get to that let's talk about your weapon that you just talked
Yes.
that you mentioned. Bone.
Bad to the bone.
Saint Markovius thigh bone.
Since we're basically having a short rest anyway.
As a youth, Markovia, Saint Markovia, who this town is named after, she followed her heart and became a priest of the Morning Lord soon after her 18th birthday. She proved to be a charismatic and prolesticizer, and before, God, it's gonna be, get it again. She proved to be a charismatic proleticizer, and before the age of 30 had gained a reputation for allowing no evil to stand before her. Markovia had long considered Los a mad tyrant. Strahd. We're going to go with Strahd because this is the lore of Strahd that he would know. Markovia had long considered Strahd a mad tyrant, but only after his transformation into a vampire did she dare challenge to him. As she rallied her forces and prepared to march on the castle, he sent a group of vampires spawned to her abbey. They confronted Markovia and were destroyed 201. Suffused with confidence and born of righteous victory, Markovia advanced on the castle, and a great battle raged from the catacombs to the parapets. But in the end, Markovia never returned to Barovia, and is long afterward walked with a limp and a grimace of pain. It is said he trapped Markovia in a crypt beneath her castle, and her remains linger there yet. The essence of Markovia's saintliness passed partly into her bones as the rest of her body decomposed. Her remaining thigh bone is imbued with power, and it inflicts grievous injury on the undead. Or so, that is the tale that I know of Saint Markovia's thigh bone.
You know where it's at?
The rumor has it that he keeps her body in a crypt far below the castle. I have. So you could either
Wait.
go with maybe when you go to dinner.
I was just thinking that. I was just, wait, aren't we going to the castle for dinner tomorrow night? Yeah.
We're not supposed yet, and it's parlay, so we're not supposed to harm each other. It doesn't say anything about stealing from each other, does it?
Exactly. You see Scar doing this. Yeah.
Literally was part of the recap that I did kind of gloss over a lot. Originally, now here's the thing. Originally supposed to be dinner with Strahd at the castle, but I changed it to dinner with Los at the Burgomaster Mansion here in town. But I like the idea of you guys taking the long trek up to the castle anyways.
Oh, we show up at the castle while he's at the Burgermeister's. Yeah.
Blame the cat. That's all right, Froggy. I forgive you. No harm, no foul. Darn. But that cat, I will cuddle it till it purrs. All right, because I can't harm cats at all. I love cats. All right. So, yeah, it's that is the rumor that it is under the castle in the crypts. But it is a good. Speaking of weapons, Scar, may I see your? Tell me about your axe.
This axe?
Yeah.
As she pulls it out.
Yeah.
This axe has been with me since childhood.
Time out. Didn't you throw one of the axes at the last adventure when we were battling?
I was.
You threw no.
Not last session. Last adventure. When you threw the axe and threw a portal and hit someone.
And hit Maria. Yeah, you hit Maria with an axe and you were like, hey, whatever happened to that axe?
Yeah.
You threw that axe. Huh?
Whatever happened to that axe? It went through the portal.
I mean, you don't remember, but she got hit with that, and she doesn't like it very much because of that. Because she still has that axe.
Okay.
So
But
the
that
axe you
wasn't.
have isn't the one you've had since childhood. That's the one you threw at her.
No. I have two axes. I would
Perfectly
never
fair.
throw away. I would never throw away the one that, killed, decapitated the guy who, basically,
Yes,
Ah,
this axe is,
special to you.
very special to her. Very special because, she got revenge of the guy who killed her family.
Hmm. The other one was a throwing axe. I gotcha. And throwing axe.
Yes.
No worries. We're on the
I
same
would
page
never
then.
throw away the one that made me the woman I am today,
No worries about that.
or the dragon that I am today.
It's
She
not a
always
magical.
has two axes.
It's not a magical weapon.
Yet.
But what can I do about? What can I do about that for you? The time being.
You
Would
see,
that be
we
too
could
OP?
make a ritual to make it magical.
How?
But yeah,
It requires some rare and exotic components. That obviously is relevant on what sort of magical qualities you would like from your axe. Would you like for it to burst into flames, or perhaps spew out acid as it hits your enemies?
I
Or
like the flames because I'm flame resistant. I like the flames.
yes, these are all options available to you, as well as many other, like the fact that you can throw it and it will return to your hand after throwing.
Oh, I like that even better.
Yes, that is an option that is available. The magic, when it comes to magic, your only limitation is your imagination and the depth of your pockets. Or the thickness of your wallet, depends on whether you're
yeah,
dirtling or not.
Yes, he is. Yes, he
yeah. I
really is
mean,
selling this.
and I have a lot of components myself. Ja. Hmm.
Yes,
Red, do you know much about how to do this process?
well, given that, well, first of all, Scar would need to decide which route to go, what sort of feature she would, and then we can figure out. If you want a fiery thing, we need to. It would help for us to do the enchantment in a location that would aid it. For example, a volcano or a
Mount
site
Doom.
of a great fire or some other thing. And if by chance she wants it to be throwable and returnable, then we would need to get into a place where a lot of echoes are formed.
Ooh, like a cavern.
Yes, or a cliffside or some other place where the echoes
What
are
about a
powerful.
volcano? What about a volcano that has an echo chamber?
To make a axe that burns and is throwable, it is possible, but it is not cheap by any means. First of all, you would need to find a place that is suitable for both, or two different rituals. But having one magical ability in an axe makes the second magical ability more difficult.
So
And
if
it is
I just have
ever
the
increasing difficulty.
so I actually, because it's a magical item, I think I want it returnable. I
Returnable.
want it to be able to return.
Well, it entirely depends. I would have to do some research on it. What sort of materials we have available and what we can do. So
It's not exactly a thrown weapon normally anyway.
exactly, that is
Right.
part of the
Yeah.
magic. magic would
So that would
allow
make it
it.
magical, which would give more damage to Los.
Well,
Also,
it wouldn't reduce the damage because right now
there is
it would be getting
one
halved.
slight detail that you might not like. We're going to need to have a blacksmith hammer away on it. There needs to be some physical alteration. We need to sink in magical components to the steel. Usually it is made during the forging of the weapon itself. But since you have a weapon that is near and dear to you, there's how do you call it, synergetic things that make it easier for us. The weapon itself has magic as it is. It's just not magic that is manifesting. It has been leeching onto your battles, your victories. Every time you use it successfully, it has made its magical essence greater. So, while it is a more difficult process, there's a chance that we can harness that magic that is already in it and make it more powerful. But the price of that is the blacksmith.
Handing it over.
You would need to let it go for a day or two for me and the blacksmith to do our job.
Can't I just be there and watching?
Yeah, you can
I don't
obviously
want-
follow it. I'm not stopping that as long as you can keep your mouth shut.
This is Scar we're talking about, right?
See, I cannot have you interfering with the rituals.
I don't know if we have 2 days.
We don't have 2 days.
No,
We don't.
there is something that I think we could do with some there's something that I can do with a certain ritual on it, but I would need certain ingredients. Rictavio says, explains that, yeah, you know, I have seen a lot of these cards with this very, these are weapons. I have not yet collected them, but I have seen them with certain chemical, iridium. It gives a little sampling of it. This is a small sample of it because, you know,
Gimme.
and
We've seen that before.
the priest says locally who would have that here would be Blinky.
A toy maker
You
that we
tell
wanted to
me
see anyway.
he's a craftsman of great skill, eh?
I mean, on occasion, Los will ask him to create things.
So, perhaps with his help we could enchant Scar's axe. Meanwhile, Rictavio, or Mr. Slater, do you know of a place with a great echo?
Echo.
Yes,
Echo.
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 The mines. There are mines underneath cliffs. Hang on. Let me show up the map real quick and find it. There are some mines. Village. No, the big map. Where is the big map?
No, a mine. A mine, maybe. But I was more thinking of a large, great area where the echo is a booming and a massive one. Not one of those echoing in the mines, but a cliffside out in the open. Would be best, but we must do what we have.
Yeah. Okay. The mission for today is to gather up some ingredients. For Scar, so that we could give her at least a +1. We could get at least a +1 on your weapon. Do I want to do
Preferably
this? How badly
returning.
do I want to do this?
Or it just needs to be magical in some way.
Yeah,
The weapon needs to have a magical quality.
the fire.
Yes.
I mean, just having a fire effect on it. We can do that.
Or I was thinking, even if it like acts like a big lighter, I don't know, the light source. Click.
Yeah,
Actually, one in my itinerary in items that I have is trophy taken from a fallen enemy. So she kept a lock of hair from that, that chief. And so
not
you
not
see
his
her-
tusk.
Yeah. A big lighter. Right, Froggy.
Let me be honest with you. What you are facing is a big task, and you will need every last advantage that you can get. If you are not being successful in killing vampires with that weapon, we must remedy that ASAP.
Yes,
That means as soon as possible.
indeed. Personally, I would prefer it if he could add to it a essence of the divine and have it mete out divine punishment. But then again, it's not really in Scar's style, so it would not mesh well with her spirit.
I'm a monk. That would mesh with me.
Debatable.
I
But-
have an idea.
Did you have a
Reheating
sight
the
of a great
axe.
fire?
I have an idea and a way to make this happen with the fire ability. But we will need this iridium for sure. I will be working on things. I will be gathering ingredients on my own and working on formulas.
But where can we
Um,
get more iridium?
Possibly the mines, and also from. I have heard rumor that Blinky has some.
So we
Let's
should.
go to Blinky.
So what I'm hearing is that we should avoid Blinky at all opportunity and go to the mines.
Yes, the mines would have a large amount of iridium, and also possibly the garrison. In the weapons of the guardsmen.
For those viewers who have not been with us all along, he is really wanting us to go to Blinky's.
9.
He's wanting us to go to Blinky's 9 times.
Let's see. What else is here? Hang on, because I literally have nothing very much planned at all today. So,
So
but I
in
like
that,
the idea of
in
getting
that, getting magical axe to Scar is a very good side quest.
This is a great adventure for today. Yes, we could take care of that today.
Yeah.
Well, so let's do this. Come on down to Blinkies.
Hang on.
says, come to Blinky's.
Hang on. First, let me find areas of Vallaki. Oh, God darn
Can
it.
you transfer us to the map?
Did I not? What map
Nope.
am I?
Oh,
We're on the
we're in
map.
Vallaki. Yeah, sorry.
That's the map where he's looking at.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about the other map, but yeah.
Yeah, we're at this church.
Cool.
Which, if you want, I could show you the church, but that's boring. And where
Yeah.
would we find it in the church? Although the church does look cool. Let's see. There's Saint Andron's Church, the Blue Water Inn, Burgerman's Mansion. You guys see the little numbers?
Nope.
Nope.
What about
I remember we used to be able to see them, but
yeah, right? We used to be able to see them. What about on this one?
Also no.
Oh, all right.
Yes. Yeah, I see them.
Oh, actually, yeah, me too. Now that I know what to look for.
They're
Okay.
very
Very
hard to see,
faint.
but
They're very
N2.
faint.
I see N2.
Yeah. I'll ping them so that you'll have section. All right. Here is a church where you're at. N2 over here. Over here is the Blue Water Inn, where there are more of our friends. N3 over here. N3? Oh, that's N7. N3 down here is the Burgomaster's mansion. Over here is the Wachter house.
the water house.
Doctor House.
Wachter. Lady Fiona Wachter, a prominent member of the city, lives
First
here.
time you've mentioned her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the stockyard. See, the stockyard is N5, which is over here. Where is N5? Give me a second. There it is. N5 is over here. Good, thank you. N6, the coffin makers, where you just went to.
It's not there anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. There is now a. Hang on. There was a fire there. Actually, it should have been a blue fire. All right. And 7. Blinksy's Toys. And 8, the town square, where you will find many shops. And you will find many shops and possibly and the in a blacksmith.
Yes, we do need to take the axe to a blacksmith to insert some materials into it. But first, I would need to get some gemstones. Perhaps a Corundi or 2. Ruby would be ideal for fire enchantment, but those are exceedingly rare and expensive.
Speaking of which, how much money do you have?
I have to dig in the buckets. 15 gold pieces?
I have 10 gold pieces.
You
Yeah,
have not
that's
really
what the-
given us a lot of loot in these games.
No,
Give us lots of loot. 814 gold and 2 platinum. Yeah.
Like, oh God.
Oh, you have money. Okay.
You
I
have
would
the money,
I would say
I
that
don't.
you don't.
I
That
only have
Armolad
10
doesn't.
gold pieces.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Armolad
because you're the
doesn't have
boss. You're supposed to be buying all this anyway.
Right now, I don't think you would have access to that cache, Ola. And again, a lot of the caravan with a lot of your supplies that you were supposed to have got destroyed. So I think you also maybe at the 10 gold pieces like everybody else. Yeah, that's what we applaud them. However, I have supplies, so I will formulate a plan. For the time being, why don't you rest up? Wait till morning, because it is still almost midnight. And we will go from there, yeah?
Yes. Oh, now that I think about it, we could be able to afford fire opals. They have a special affinity with flames.
Whatever. Scar wants a powerful battle axe.
Yeah, well, we all want you to have one.
She's like,
And on that note,
she's still thinking about, the remembering, what happened to her family. and she's like, she's holding the hair, and she's just like, it's hard. It's like all the stuff, all the bitterness, the pain and everything. She's like remembering it. She has bottled it down, down, down deep, and it's all come to the surface now. And so she's holding on to that, and she's like, "Yeah, I need a good battle axe. I need to get revenge."
That's your nice little chat while you fall asleep. Anything else anybody else like to do before sleepy times?
Sleep.
Armolad will just meditate.
We don't need no stinking sleep.
In this case, let's see
Take a break.
anybody has some nightmares.
Ooh.
Let's roll some wisdom saving throws with advantage because you're in sanctuary. Oh. Oh, how is this possible?
Right, I need to roll
We're
that
missing
too.
one. We're missing one. Go
Is it
ahead.
gonna-
Let's see you.
Is it going to be a joint nightmare? No.
No.
Well, it is you and me.
Tide. Who starts off first? Actually, this will be very interesting.
Hide.
There's
Because 10 and 9 are the same number. Okay.
there's still some lingering effect left over from the tome that still binds you. That space and dreams within dreams. That inception. Sorry. That inception. It's now actual dreamy time. Meditatively, you still get locked into this. Both of you remembering a time when you worked together at the Arcana Pensophical. Let's go back into some history. Your relationship with the Arcana Pensophical together. Have you always agreed with your guys' methods or with the methods of the Arcana? Has there ever been any point of conflict here between you two?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Let's drive some. What about Re? What was your dad's? It was Rack, right?
Crack.
What about Rack's belongings? You know that Armolad hasn't revealed a lot of the what he's been telling about it. Something about these memories and the past, these flashbacks of your successes and also your worst time. In fact, Armolad, were you were there as well fighting? You were there as well fighting at the portal, weren't you?
So many characters, so many memories.
I know, right? Hang on
Yeah.
one second. Hang on one second.
Even if I wasn't sure I was.
Give me 1 second here. When we were fighting Wisterion, Armolad was there. Let's go through this process one more time.
Or was it Zathras? I don't remember.
That was probably. It was probably. It was definitely. It was definitely Armolad. It's that time again. Wisterion, the man you've been chasing, is there. He betrayed you. He was one of you. And you see now the manipulations that Los has been implanting in him. That moment when he burst in and see was him. Scar, what was going through your head at that time?
Blank.
What's that?
She's blank. What's going on in her mind? She's blank.
Perfect. Perfect. Armolad.
A feeling of betrayal and reminding him of others who had betrayed him, including I told that story about the teaching monk at the monastery who was abusing people, and well, thinking of him because he was betraying everybody in the monastery. So yeah, just basically thinking of other betrayers.
Exactly. In that moment, when you see him, his presence freezes you into action. Freezes you.
Into action?
No, yeah. That doesn't. Just freezes you. Wisterion starts pulling up that finger of death ray. You will die. Aims it at Scar. You're just frozen in that moment again. Finger pointing straight at you, glowing. That fear. Is this finally my time? Is this how I go? By one of my own? Right at that moment, tell me what goes through your mind as you're frozen in fear and can't move an inch. What happens?
Stunned, confused, betrayed, and not able to move. I mean, she's like, I can't believe this. What the hell? What the hell?
I can't believe it's not butter. I mean, better.
Armolad, from your point of view, you clearly see this happening. You two are still just stunned and you're locked in that traumatic moment of betrayal. Just like it was before, memories upon memories upon memories. It's like poetry. It rhymes. He's killing one of your people. The finger's pointing at Scar, who you've worked with all this time. What's going through this moment as you realize there is nothing you can do to save her?
Vengeance?
After the fact.
If you're going to kill her, I'm going to kill you. I would. If I could move, I could do something about it, but I can't move. So frustration.
Flash.
You
see it in slow motion, those seconds just before just before life ends as this necrotic blast goes towards you, Scar. And who steps in front? Rack. Viciously torn apart, atom by atom, a pain inflicted on his face of just not just once, but twice, double shot. Slow motion, tearing apart and suffering.
And you hear Scar going,
Slow, silent scream in slow motion. Armolad sees one of his friends gone at the hands of Woosterion. What vengeance do you want to inflict?
The obvious one would be a solid blow to the head. Again, can I move?
Yes. That moment of freeze is gone. You now have action, fury, reaction, whatever you want to do. The floor is yours.
so Armolad first or me after I scream?
Armolad first. I want you in that vicious scream moment. That rageful moment. Don't worry, we'll get to you.
Are we here? Can I can't even find the ability. Oh, there it is.
Shadow step. You're there.
Behind him and whack him over the head.
I'm going to give you one better. Best case scenario.
I get advantage on the first attack anyway, but
Best case scenario.
Okay.
You don't have to swing nothing. Just describe everything that you're doing.
You and for the audience, it's censored down. And the quarterstaff comes down as a surprise from behind him to the back of his head, as hard as I could possibly swing it.
Splitting it open in a gush of like big burst blood. Scar, while Armolad continues his assault on Woosterion, slowly, Re is finally just atomized into nothingness, gone.
It wasn't red.
Rack.
I appreciate the
It's a
distinction.
nightmare. Is it Re? Anyways, Scar. What do you want to do?
It wouldn't be a nightmare if it was Re.
It would be Wreck. She, rage comes on and she just barrels right at Woosterion at this point and starts slaying him. Starts hitting him.
Between the both of you, give me the most vicious way that you could kill him. Come up with something together.
I want to cut an artery and let him bleed out.
I think the most vicious one I can do is a weapon I have, but I never use. Given I'm behind him, a short sword stab through the heart from behind. That would be the most vicious way.
Well, one wants to bleed him out slowly, and one wants to insta brutally kill him. How about just minute, just right as his eyes are as he's moving along, like squirting from the vein that's gushing. Then that's when you stab him with your sword, and it just comes out, and he falls, slain, covered in blood, both of you. Red, crimson everywhere. You look down to kick over Wooster's face so you could see the look one last time of it grimacing in face.
And who
But
do we see?
instead it's Crag.
Ah,
And with that,
We'll have a break.
we'll wake up.
let's have a break. Dun dun
I
dun.
need some donuts.
Yeah, it's time for a break as a new day begins.
See you tomorrow, or in about after the donuts are gone. Bye.
Sure.
Hey, we're back.
Ha 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 ha. Tricksky.
Damn it! I was hoping to catch skulls without a shirt this time.
Again?
What? What can I say? He has a nice chest.
Thank you. Although I haven't been, whatever, doesn't matter. Take the compliment.
Much nicer than mine.
His chest has a nickname.
Is it treasure?
No, it's a certain character in this scene.
Oh, sorry, I put the popcorn there. Princess.
I'm lost, and that's okay. I gotta finish reading this thing. I was not expecting to come back so quick.
What? Well, anyway.
Hello, kitty.
Well, it's a kitty distraction. Kitty distraction. Hey.
The nightmare continues.
All right. Trouble in Vallaki.
Big
Morning.
trouble in Little Vallaki.
Big Trouble in Little Vallaki. Thank you. Big Trouble in Little Vallaki. Morning. How's the thunderstorms? Huh?
It's
Gone?
gone.
It went away! Yay, my blessing went.
Lingering mist, rainy morning, as always. Not only overcast, but it's actual little bits of downpour, more of a little misting on occasion. What do y'all want to do besides breakfast at the church?
Get what we need to get. That's what I want to do.
I've
Yo.
looked into it, and I think with my contact at the blacksmith, we can make this happen. We need a fire opal, and we need some iridium. At least 5 grams worth. Grams? Is that a lot? Purified.
It's pure, yes.
Uh-huh.
It's
No.
poor. It's if it's pure iridium
No.
metal, it is surprisingly little in. It's like a coin's
Yeah.
worth.
Yeah. No.
Price of iridium is $155.94 per gram in our world.
Oh.
Holy shit. It's a lot.
It's literally platinum. So
Let's go, I don't know. Let's go, 50 grams worth.
Holy shit.
In powdered form might have that.
I think the closest
Tell
one.
you what, let's keep it nebulous.
We will
Let's
need
keep it
more of
nebulous.
it.
1
Get as
ounce
much as
of
you can
iridium is $4,325.
Not iridium from this world, but like the stuff in
Fantasy
here,
iridium.
the concentrated stuff that does something different. It's just concentrated magic forms left over from the Scarlet, from the
It's not iridium, the
petrification.
platinum metal. It's iridium with 2 R's
Yeah.
and 2 D's. Iridium.
Anyways, get me a smithy. I got a fire opal. I got a plan. I've got a plan. Just please be careful. After last night's stunts, do everything as you can to not draw attention to yourselves. Yeah.
Hello. I'm a dragonborn.
Well, can you do anything about all that?
I can't do anything about my face.
You got both a cloak on it.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
That's not a bad idea.
Huh?
I normally have a cloak anyway.
Yeah.
I could just walk more like an old man.
Just for this occasion, I have a cloaking device.
Oh, good point. You could just cast invisibility on her.
That's gonna last like 2 minutes, so not gonna be
Yeah,
useful.
that's not gonna work.
Actually, it's currently like overcast and dark.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay. Well, I guess I don't have to worry about it.
the only one here is me. Hey, I'm a human.
I wouldn't say it's silver class and dark. I don't think the cloak of shadows help you, but
Oh, okay.
you can use that.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
I cast that in a dark place, and there's no area of bright light because it's so overcast. So it doesn't end until I make an attack or cast a spell.
Well, tell like this. You will use that to go from area to area to be using the shadows, and I'll give you stealth advantage. Why don't you just roll me a stealth advantage right now, and we'll just play like people don't notice you because you're all constantly going from shadow to shadow. All right?
Okay. You want a stealth roll? 27.
There you
Who
go.
needs most thinking
So
advantage?
is this one of those, whatchamacallit, skill check thingies where we all need to succeed, or just one?
Just we're rolling with it. I just wanted to see how in character you go. And so Scar, you're either putting on a hoodie or you're using your. Did you say he had a cloak to make Scar look different?
Cloak of shadows? Is that?
No, that's on me. That's my ability.
Rick, did you mention something that you had something for hiding Scar's appearance?
Oh yeah, a regular cloak.
Okay. I'll wear the
Cloaking
regular cloak.
device.
Large size.
There you go.
Walk a little
Make
hunched.
sure-
Roll me a That doesn't matter. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna guess on this. Moving on. The three of you will move around start going towards since we went over like, hey, here's the locations, here's what everything of interest is around town, so that you know, plan your day accordingly. Later, do whatever you need to do. I'll meet you at the end of the day or at a certain time at the blacksmiths at the other end of town.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Starting off, the people still seem to they don't give you a lot of eye notice. Let's roll from Scar and
A fireball?
from Red some stealth checks or some persuasion or even intimidation checks to like let people not be near you.
We are not the droids you're looking for.
We're perfect with advantage. Good. 17. Good. All right. The people are still like very like nervous and just going and starting about their day. There are guards on occasion that you make sure not to avoid. You pass along one of these wanted poster that has all of your guys' faces on it. Wanted for arson, theft, and murder.
I
Murder?
draw my mustache on all of them. Especially on the dragonborn.
And I add, and a good time. Wanted for a good time.
Perfect. Perfect. Moving as you guys pass forward, the shadows linger there for a brief second, and then move along afterwards towards you. Where did you want to go?
Blinkies?
Blinkies it is.
Was that N7?
Yes, N7. So how
It
far do you
was
have to
until somebody burned it.
No, that was N6 over here. Well, where you do need to go is to over here. So let's just move a.
Did you want to put the map up on the?
We don't need to do that. Let's keep with the faces.
Okay. Well, the faces would be there too.
I think. Oh,
Yeah, but
that's
they're
fine.
so
Yeah,
much
let's.
smaller.
Yeah, it's more intimate. We know where we got to go. We're going to Blinksies. This.
Oh, did we want to take the kid that wanted to go to Blinkies with us? Nah, never mind.
No, that would draw more attention to us.
Yeah,
And she's scared of me.
taking a kid to a toy store draws a lot of attention.
No, but she's scared of me, remember?
Oh, right, she's scared of all of us.
It would be a complication.
Yeah, never mind.
It would be a complication that I would gladly exploit right now. Missing that you guys are missing Q.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got a
So
clue.
we can't do it.
True it. Sorry,
You
kid.
make it through town with a little bit of intimidation of don't mess with us at the same time of being just avoidant. When you run across a shop, this cramped shop has a dark entrance portico, above which hangs a wooden sign shaped like a rocking horse with a bee engraved on both sides. Flanking the entrance are two arched, lead-framed windows. Through the dirty glass, you see a jumbled display of toys and hanging placards bearing the slogan, "Is no fun if it's no Blinky."
Oh, he's no fun if he's no Blinky. I can imagine this guy's accent.
What is this? Some sort of a mouse that is really fast?
Nope, don't get it.
Yeah. Please can explain this one so that it would be more funny.
The fastest mouse in all of Mexico?
Oh, Speedy Gonzalez?
Yeah, sounds the same.
Oh, should I make Speedy Gonzalez? Orale. That would be cool for no. He's no fun. He's no Blinky.
Yeah, exactly.
God, no.
It sounds like how Speedy Gonzalez
okay,
speaks.
now I get the reference. Well, I obviously got the reference, but
Oh my God, no.
where you were coming from.
Now I get it.
See, originally I was gonna do this for Octavio, but then like, nah, fuck that. Let's go the Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, that is much better and more serious. Plus, he is cool because he kills people like blah. Take ice to meet you. Things like that. Anyways,
I let you
unmetedness.
go.
Now I have to get back into.
The funniest mouse in all of Mexico.
Now I have to get back to character. He's no fun. He's even no Blinky. There we go. All right.
Well, anyway, step in. I do.
Thank you.
Blinky is a heavy-set man who wears a moth-eaten jester's cap during store hours, more out of habit than to humor visitors. When he greets you, welcome friends to the house. No, I was gonna do this now. Welcome, friends, to the House of Blinky, where happiness and smiles can bring bargain prices. Perhaps you know a little child in need of joy? A little toy for a little girl or boy?
Or boy?
I would like to say I know a certain very sturdy child that is looking for a toy made out of fire opals and iridium.
Ah, I don't think we have that. I'm sorry. We have whatever fascinations you can see. What my
And then
my name is
Star says,
Gadolf Blinky, owner of Blinky Toys. Amazing toys. If it's no fun, if it's no Blinky.
Yeah, I have friends everywhere, and they tell me that you would have iridium.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Who
Okay,
are
well,
you
then
specifically?
I don't need your business.
Oh, okay. Well, good to hear you. And little monkey in the background starts little chirping. There's a monkey in one of the shelves. Start meddling with something. Piccolo, no, leave that alone. Come on, no touching that. I'm sorry. Okay, well, goodbye then. No, I have things to attend to.
Wait. I want to see what the monkey was touching.
Perception check. You see this little pet monkey with even the little vest and the little cap as well, except it's a jester cap. It's more like a pointy jester cap attached with the thing. I mean, clone image of Blinky himself. And he is playing with. I have a random table for this.
Just a table, Luke.
Wait a second, I have a random table for this.
Just a table, Luke.
Blinky toys. Where are they? It doesn't matter. I'm gonna pick one because I don't like randomness right now. He's playing with a wind-up musical merry-go-round with figures of snarling wolves chasing children in place of prancing horses.
Frank, I can't hear.
Musical number
Perfect.
has now finished.
Thank you.
Thankfully.
Now, what was
I'll
he
be
playing
here all
with?
night.
A wind-up musical merry-go-round with figures of snarling wolves chasing children in place of prancing horses.
So,
Do we know? Okay, I'm going to assume we know the name of the child who wanted to come here.
Yes.
Perhaps you know, and then I mentioned whatever that name is.
No, but if I'm sorry. Who are you, and are you here to buy something or not?
Yes,
Yes,
we
and
are.
what? And do you know that name?
I don't know the child's name. No.
I don't
What
even
are you?
understand.
Names,
They-
please.
They wanted to come here.
Because they had never been here.
No, they thought they knew him. I'm confused.
There was way back when there was a wolf child that had holding on to a doll that came from Blinkies.
Yes.
He had a doll that came from Blinkies, and possibly if he wanted something more, but I mean, it could have been the wolf people that bought him the. You're making a huge leap of assumptions that this
Yes,
kid
I
came in
was.
here
And
and
I was
bought the
hoping I was
doll.
right.
The thing
And
was
you were
that,
right.
actually, why don't you roll me
Insight.
a insight, and if you give me a cute child's name, I will give you advantage.
Was it a boy or a girl child?
There was a doll, so I assume a girl child. So I would say
Filipina. Filipina.
Filipina. Oh. Oh. Oh, Filipina. Such a lovely little girl. Yes. I sold her a nice little doll. How is Filipina doing?
She was kidnapped
hope
by
she's-
werewolves.
What? Werewolves, you say? How terrible. Did she get eaten alive? Or is she fine?
She's scared, but she's alive.
Oh,
We
that
managed
is
to
my-
get her out.
Oh, that is my favorite. When they are scared, but they are alive. People are so much happier when that moment comes after.
So,
There
Where do
is
you
a
keep
word
your
for that.
iridium?
What is that word? I keep forgetting what that word means. Roll me another insight, Ray.
Well, nothing if not consistent.
You could see that he's very, very that like every time you say that, like he jumps in. Uh, there's a thing, but like I have no idea.
listen here. Either I find the iridium relatively easily, or I will pick through the ashes of this building. Find it. I will
Okay.
use a regular inspiration and then roll intimidation with advantage. I didn't need it, but
20.
Oh boy.
you probably heard what happened to the coffin maker.
Oh. Okay, I don't want any trouble, really. Oh, what is it that you really want?
We want the
And
We
iridium.
told you.
he's looking outside to see if there's any guards.
Close the door. Lock it.
Okay.
And at this point, the monkey in the background's going and starts being loud and messy and starts. No, Piccolo! No, please don't make a mess right now. This is bad timing. He throws a
I
toy at
do-
one of you guys. Why don't you roll me a d10?
I tried animal handling.
D10.
Scar, roll me a d10.
Oh, Scar. Okay.
Hold on. Where's my dice? One, just one.
Yeah.
Yes. 9.
9.
He throws the little monkey throws a doll at you.
At who?
At me.
At Scar.
Okay.
It's one of those little Raggedy Ann style type dolls at you. That doll that looks remarkably like Irina Kolyana.
and Q.
And the other arena. And
Interesting. Interesting. She stares at the doll.
Meanwhile, just being the monkey is just in the background. Piccolo, stop, stop, stop! And he get into your cage, and starts just screeching, making very loud screeching noises. That is just making this conversation more tense and awkward because there's a screeching monkey in the background.
I try to move it into its cage.
Okay, it's screeching loudly and weirdly as you're trying to corral it, and it is like responding, going from shelf to shelf and getting near its cage. Meanwhile, Red.
That is closing in on Mr. Blinky.
The doors in the shop are closed and locked. Okay, what are you here for? What do you want?
Iridium.
Okay, sure. I got some. Just I have a little bit left over. Just no violence, please. I cannot stand the violence.
It is a decision of yours to make.
And it is his chosen instrument.
I will have to go to the back room and get some.
Then we will follow you to the back room and get some.
Oh, okay.
Scar, Armolad, shall we?
I have the monkey in the cage, and I'm bringing it with us.
I don't know that the monkey's letting you there. That's a whole different another animal handling. In the meantime, let's see. Scar's got very well, perfect. You walk through, unless Scar wants to interrupt about anything with the doll. I don't think the doll. It doesn't matter. Just go with it. We're going through with this. You walk through the back. He's slowly backing him, very scared of whatever violence that he's heard of you. Yeah, those people haven't. I've heard of you. Yeah, you're very, very. I've heard of all the people that you killed. I
What
heard
all
happened
people?
in what was the other town's name?
We only killed vampires.
Yeah, we only killed vampires. You got wrong information.
Actually, I would have to correct that. We have also killed a few werewolves.
True.
That's true. But they're bad werewolves.
Oh, name me a good one.
Barovia and Vallaki. That other town. The village of the small one, but the Barovia village that you had come from. Anyways. Sure. Whatever you say. As you're walking forward, there's little like marionettes and stages of like little creepy skeletons, robotic things, and little weird artifacts, and half in construction, half not. Different oddly clots, yet all with like a spooky, eerie, Edward Scissorhands type of style to it. He with the natural 20 of intimidation. Yeah, here you go. This is what you want. He pulls open a drawer, and inside there's like a metal case.
A small
chest,
metal
chest.
box.
Yeah, small metal box. And there's not a combination. Well, actually, there is a combination to it. 6, 6, 6. Click. and you can clearly see that this is what you need.
Excellent.
What about
I
and what
appreciate the cooperation.
is that just
I
one of
close
the
the
Please put it
box
back.
and take the
Yeah.
entire box.
Okay, you can leave now. Please go now. Please.
Wait,
This is
wait,
what
wait.
we came for.
No, a bargain was done. Deal was a deal. You have to go now, please.
Didn't we also need a fire opal?
No,
No, we have that all.
Oh, okay.
I don't have such things. Please, just go. A deal was a deal.
We already have the fire opal?
Yeah. Yes, we do. The iridium was the only thing we needed.
Rectavio has that.
Okay. And so Gar, turns to him and says, and walks out with the doll. And brings
Mm.
It's no fun if it no blinky. Bye bye now. Sure.
How much was the doll?
free.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
No. I'll leave it like a gold piece behind for the doll. I'm sure
The
it
monkey
was less than that. But
instantly goes. The monkey instantly goes, goes towards it and picks it up. And yes, thank you. Okay, bye now. Okay, yeah, you.
And as a reward for your compliance, your house shall leave untorched. Good afternoon to you. Oh, and if I do hear you spreading rumors about us, I may change my mind. Adios. And then we leave. Blinky. I love this. This was fun.
A natural 20. Oh my god.
That timing.
Nothing if not consistent.
Oh, it's a shame.
There were so many traps you wanted to introduce to us.
No, just there's no traps, but there's some fun stuff here. We're good. We're very good.
I don't
We
think
might-
we'll be welcome back.
Oh no,
But
we
we
don't
may-
need to be welcome back. I think he will remember us. When we come back, he will not offer us any resistance.
Resistance is futile.
So now we return the iridium in hand.
Don't we have to meet Rictavio at the blacksmiths?
Yeah. We move to the blacksmiths with the iridium in hand.
All right, let's see. We're on the map. Let's do a little line of measurement. We are.
It's about you go towards the village square. Oh, was it in the stockade?
Village Square. You're right. N8.
Yeah.
Right.
Here's the blacksmith. Yeah,
And we're in N7, so it's just
Ah.
down the
Not that
road.
far.
Yeah, it's just down the road. Look at that. It's
Just a
from
few
there
houses
to
down
there.
the road. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. There you are. You're right.
500 feet.
Go from one building.
The approach still this area is not thriving, but this is the local version of a Saturday market where this is their because there's still flyers and things of the festival that's coming up in the it's coming up in 2 days.
So basically, there's like somebody selling turnips and another one selling cabbages.
Right. There's a couple of shops that might of other interest that have like general wares, things like that. Maybe herbalists, of your nature, meat shop, etc. When you come across, and again, everybody's just to dour the mood. It's still rainy and dour, and it's just cold, and everybody's miserable. And There's on occasion you'll see a guard moving around, and there's people slowly constructing, putting up banners or decorations for the upcoming festival. Unless you want to look for certain things, we'll move along to the blacksmith and just go straight to the point.
I don't think I have anything I want from this market.
Nope. Scar is like,
Hey, Scar wants to
Focus.
boogie.
I want to get this done.
You see Rictavio at the end. You see Rictavio's cart nearby with Sigmund and Freud. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking to a blacksmith, and he recognizes you because he's the one that sent you guys, and however disguised that you were in. You come back. Yeah, and here they are. Smith. Victor, this is my friends that I told you about.
Larry, Moe, and Curly.
Victor,
At your service.
I'm Curly.
Need your service.
please come in. And he tells boy, go close the shop. We'll be in the back. Fully close it up. He leads you to the back area. It's an open section, but it's still walled off. Does as much to avoid a lot of the banging and the noises for the neighbors, but also the heat that's necessary to do these things. Victor tells me about the things that you want to do with your axe. May I see what I have to work with?
He hands it over.
And here is the special ingredient you will need.
Yes. He takes a box and looks at it carefully. And Jack Slater, yeah, that is exactly what we need. Closes up on it. We're gonna need several things for this to work. Scar, I will need your fire as we treat this. Oh, but first, he was admiring it, and he want sturdy blade, well maintained. I've seen a lot of action. I could see where it's been rebuilt a few times over. Good craftsmanship. All
Thank
right. You do good with this. And Victoria says, I will need to purify this into its more base element, and I will need some help with that. Scar, I will need your help in heating, specifically this, and infusing your nature into it.
And
And
you want
the rest leave up to Rictavio
Oh, this one?
and Ray. Well, yeah, with your and I help, we will craft this together into it.
Is there any way I can help?
I need some help in refining this iridium. Do you have what can you help with? Any skill?
He can work the
Perception?
bellows.
No. Some sort of intelligence. Are you? No.
Best I could do
Wisdom.
intelligence-wise was be insight. Wisdom,
What's-
yeah.
What's some good what are some good skills that you might have, or other?
The only ones that are probably relevant to this would be insight or perception. I don't think acrobatics is going to help much.
Mm,
Sleight of hand seems like a bad idea. Stealth isn't going to help.
Sleight of hand is good.
That is dexterity.
Yeah, I have an 18.
That's
dex,
actually
so-
very good. I plan to cement this in. I plan to put this into concentrated form, also almost like a crystal, and embed that crystal in the center part of the axe fulcrum.
So it's going
where
to be
it-
all my fault that this doesn't work. Okay,
Yes.
good.
Need somebody to blame after all.
Oh, okay, good.
So, let's start with Ray. I will need your help in order to get the spells correct and maybe get this fermented down into a usable level, like
You mean distill, not ferment.
distilled, ja, distilled and concentrated into a crystalline form, re-densified.
I
And I
see.
count on your assistance with that.
So what can I do? I could pray
What
for a higher
skills?
being.
How's your religion?
Better than somebody else's. My religion is the best in this party, by the way.
Yeah. Well, given all the rest of the party has got an
Including
intelligence
the
bonus of
ones not
0.
present. Including our dedicated cleric.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you roll me? You use your religion in a magical way, and these things that you were promising, I want you to roll it with advantage to help me distill it with these chemicals.
19.
Oh, fantastic! Fantastic.
Oh, sorry. Wa-la-la-la.
Oh, la, la, la.
Wa-la-la-la.
Several hours later, after the steam and things, you have a crystal bit about yay big in comparison to. Okay, this is a bad sign. That's all right. Whatever, yay big. There we go. That you could put on the that we're gonna put onto the axe head. Scar. With Victor's help, you and I will need you to help re-hammer it out after we chisel out this bit. So with your help, heated help, what can you
Roll damage? You need to roll
there we
it
go,
now.
yeah. Let's just roll some damage.
Let's see how high it goes.
At 11th level.
46.
46.
So let me get my 46.
Wow.
Wow. That
3
is-
less than maximum.
Yeah, exactly. That's hot stuff there, baby. That's hot
Yeah.
stuff.
You're fired up.
Yeah, I mean, just
I mean,
wow.
this is the hottest
Perfect.
smoke show in all of Vallaki at the moment.
Almost perfect. I mean, just beautifully perfect. Your crafting ceremony at certain times, you need to like concentrate it. You do like this whistling thing, and your flame comes into a very like distinct, very small laser-like focus. Um, fire hot. It's like it's you have to be so close to it. Your face, your fire resistance. Only you can operate like this at this level. To make these etchings and cuts, and almost like between the both of you, he's like helping mold you. Then after a while, he's just telling, okay, now I just need you to, after a couple of cold dungings, and then there's a section cut out perfectly for it. Armolad. In between Scar's like laser, like ability to this, you're going to need to quickly put in this piece and hold it there just correctly. And at the certain laser focus, you're going to need to rotate your fingers at just the right times.
As I told you, this is where I screwed up. You want sleight of hand?
Yes.
If only I was proficient in it.
With advantage. Perfect. 16. It's hot at certain parts and it becomes a bit close. Close calls to you actually getting caught in this laser heat, laserness, and having a finger chopped off. But even just holding it in place is getting harder and harder. I want you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I like the fact that, as per usual, our party is the one trying to damage me. No
You're
worries.
tough. You're tough, and you're a monk, and you've done those things with extreme pressures. You do that thing where you go from the hottest sauna straight into like a ice bath. You're able to control that part of your brain. They're like, okay, it's hot, but I could get used to this. It's hurting me, but it's okay. It's okay. Tip said one last time. One last ceremony that
May I?
Go ahead, take it from here.
In Twilight's Forge, there's sleep. A blacksmith
Louder, please.
chants.
Louder. There we go. Perfect.
In Twilight's Forge, where embers sleep, a blacksmith chants the runes of deep. Steel drinks flame with molten breath, a kiss of fire, a vow till death. The haft hums low, the blade aglow, its edge now speaks in tongues of woe. Through smoke and spark it claims its might, a crescent sun in crimson light. Beware the axe with the burning soul, it carves through shield and it sears the whole. Not just a weapon, but a pyre, the wrath of wood and a forge-born fire. And here I bestow upon thee the axe raising, lift by nothing, in air glowing in red, flames adorning the axe's head. I grant you the soul. Take your weapon, Scar.
Ooh, fantastic. Keep going. I'm doing a thing.
Do you want to know what sort of enchantment your spirit has brought this weapon?
Please, enlighten me.
Not only does its blade burn the wounds it makes, but in addition, should you breathe through the axe blade, it will make your fire burn hotter and longer. Use this talent wisely, for if you breathe into it too often, the flame will diminish. In effect, the technical speech, 1d6 points of fire damage every time you hit with it. So you do normal 1d8 plus 1d6 points of damage with that weapon. That 1d6 point is fire damage. We'll need to code it into your weapon. So
Why don't you? There's a dummy right there. Why don't you give me an attack real quick?
Oh, did you add it?
He was pointing at Rore.
Ah, nice.
There's a dummy right there.
There's a dummy right here.
Which one? The
One-handed or two-handed, whichever one you want.
Now deal damage.
no fire.
The fire code is not working. You apparently didn't add it.
It did. Let me see.
It,
Maybe
it's
did the
give-
other one, the
It gives
two-handed one?
0 in it. So
That was two-handed.
Oh, maybe. Oh, you know what? I didn't put the damage. Maybe that's what it was. Hang on. Open character sheet one more time.
So, as you can see from the text, once per short rest, you can breathe through the axe and double the damage of your breath weapon.
But I'm not raging right now.
Yeah.
That doesn't
know that.
matter.
Do you want me to take a look at it? Or you got the handle on me?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I see what's happening. 1d6. There we
Yeah,
go. I just forgot
there's
to
a
put that 1d6.
there's a blank 1d6 in all of those. So
Yeah.
if you don't actually write the 1d6, it doesn't have anything in it. Okay, Scott.
All right, now try both swings and one-handed and two-handed for me, please.
And deal damage with both. Yeah, the fire's there.
Yep.
It's there.
Mwah.
That's a lot
Ah.
of fire damage.
Look at you rolling maximum damage. Yeah, no, it's
I
not.
kind of want to change it to 1d4, but
Eyes
nah,
plus nine.
this is badass. Everything went really, really well, so 1d6 is earned. It
And
went-
since she technically lost the ability to do 3 attacks in a turn, because she hasn't earned that yet, this is compensating for that. And
There
it's
we go.
now a magical weapon, so he doesn't have resistance to it.
And same with the undead, right?
That is correct.
It's a magical weapon. A lot of creatures don't get their resistances against magical weapons.
Yes. Now I can finally really do something.
Red named this for you, and I love the name for it. Something's Revenge or
Soul
Wooster
Flame.
Rage. Something. What was it?
Oh, like,
Soul Flame.
Soul Flame. There we go.
she's like, oh, looking at it. She's like,
Alternatively, Soul Scar would have also been good. Or Scar Soul. Yeah.
I like that. Scar Soul. Or Scar Flame.
Scar Flame. He's a Scar
A little bit, a little bit. Scar Killer? No, that's not.
Scar Killer.
Scar Killer is actually one of my characters in another game.
Oh,
Froggy knows the character.
or just like, you know,
By the
just staring at it. And I like the design I made.
By the way,
You etched. I mean, you etched it with your laser on certain parts,
Hmm?
Yeah.
and there's intricate. I mean, there's like special runic things that was necessary to make this happen. It's beautiful. It's got history. It's a whole badass.
Now
thing.
the rest of us are gonna have magic item anyway.
It's true.
Well, she needs it. She actually needed this because she doesn't have magic, and this is the only magic item she has. So, and now it's even more important, especially what we have coming up.
yeah. By the way, Carlos, Froggy's point when you said Sigmund and Freud instead of Siegfried and Roy,
Freedom roll. That was a Freudian slip.
Yeah.
That was a Freudian slip.
Oh,
I'm afraid you got it wrong.
Oh my
Well, by the way, Scar, the only magic item I have is the fact that my quarterstaff is balanced.
You got
That's the only
magic items?
That's the only item that I have that has any magic, is the fact that my
You have magic
doesn't do
items?
extra damage. Doesn't do extra damage or anything.
Listen here. You have a magic item. Period. It doesn't have a single one.
Yeah, I know. I keep you guys as pretty
Hey,
fair,
it's
but
just
your other
magic.
characters have had bunches.
No, not really, not bunches. Like Jericho had 2.
Uh.
You're very stingy when it comes to magic items, by the way.
I am, by the way, and I apologize for that. Now that you're pointing it out, I guess I am. But this one, there's a lot of stuff. And by the way, again, not that it's a good magic item, but the Tome of Los is kind of has the ability to be a spell book.
He has an ability to be a spellbook, except we have no casters that use spellbook in our party.
Next time we level up, maybe I'll 2-class to a wizard or something. Yeah, who knows?
No, it's you wouldn't want.
It's
this.
useless
It's
to a
bedrock.
first level wizard. So
Actually, yeah, that's very true. It is useless to a first level wizard. This is a conversation for other times, and also very specifically.
We also have like 15 minutes left today, so
Yeah, because this is the Curse of Los. It's horror, and it's meant to like keep you down, you down from like these battles. Like, yeah, you're supposed to lose. You cannot be too overpowered with these guys, but you will get there real quickly with these other things. So, with that in place, the new blade in hand, I think it's a good time to return to the sanctuary of the church.
indeed.
yes.
This is again, Victor is a friend, and friends do things for the greater good. I won't accept a single dime, a single copper from any of you.
Good, we didn't have any.
No, we had. Are
I
you
don't
sure?
have a single copper to give. I don't even have a Jericho
Besides,
with me.
If I was to accept your coin and not the realm's coin,
You wouldn't be able to
bad
use
things
it.
could happen. However, speaking of which, maybe I could take your guys' combined coinage and redo it as a kind of redo it so that it looks like the Los coins. What do we think of that idea?
I have no.
It's a thing that sounds cool, but in practice, no one's going to be using it.
All right. Besides which, I don't think I have the ability to counterfeit nicely, so maybe for a later time then.
I don't know if you use odd things in your imbuing powers into things you're creating. But I've been carrying these around for a while, and I don't know what to use them for. I have a couple of odd creatures' teeth. If you might be able to imbue those into somebody's weapon or something like that. An abominable yeti, and I don't even know what a remoraz is, but one of those.
Remoraz. No.
Something we fought.
I'm sorry. It's
okay.
Maybe the Rick Tavi is like, might use that. I might be able to use that in a couple of spills, but I have to. I mean, I'll take that off your hands.
Sure. I can get them out of my inventory. Yay.
Eighth. And he's got a very specific drawer with like there's a lot of weird knickknacks that like witch's brew stuff, Eye of Newt, things like that. Plus it. Okay, here we go.
Okay, I've lowered my inventory to 0 and they're still there. Okay.
Okay. With new axe in hand, you travel back. Different part of the day. It's getting close. It's getting close to nighttime. I still would like for you guys to help stealth your way back through town.
Well, I'll use the Cloak of Shadows again, just because.
Can you click on it? I want to see, is it a once per day or how often you can do that?
It's just an action.
And it's towards night, right?
Yeah, that's why
it's getting there. So I'll say there's plenty more shadows. So why don't you roll me a stealth with advantage?
That's what I was aiming for. I didn't need it. 23.
23. Fantastic. Scar, you've got your disguise. Or you could do that thing again where you were just like intimidated and didn't allow people to get too close to you. Oh.
Oh shit.
This is great.
Yeah.
Watch where you're going. And you turn around as the person that you've been doing this thing to avoid and etc. is one of the guards.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, the exact same thing that I said was to be inconspicuous, don't cause trouble. And you had to start trouble in Balconia. As he looks at you like, wait a second. You're wanted people.
No, we're not.
Stop right there. Don't move.
You can't see me. Fuck off.
And with that, I think.
What's this? He's gonna dominate person.
Oh shoot! All right, what do I have to do?
Spell save, DC 17.
Shit.
I do believe it is. Where was it?
DC.
Somewhere here.
I should probably pull out
Wisdom.
a card.
Wisdom, yeah.
Wisdom saving throw.
Here we go. Hang on a second. Guard. Oh, for Pete's sake.
We are not the arsonists you're looking for.
It's a wisdom saving throw is 0, so I'm just gonna roll a d20, okay?
Yeah.
There's my D, and it's a D20, and there we go.
6. We are not the arsonists you're looking for.
Oh. Yeah. Well, sorry. My mistake. I don't know what it meant.
For apologies, hand the lady a gold coin.
I don't have that money. Wait, what? Huh?
Walk away.
Don't do anything stupid again. and walks away.
Okay. I don't know if this can be cast on, because it says a target 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range. But if okay, no, so that wouldn't work.
Click on it.
What are you talking about? Oh, silence. Yeah.
Silence is you just create a cone in an area and nothing can
Yeah.
talk there. That's how it works.
No
Okay.
sound
Hey.
no sound happens in the area. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is very
I'm not-
important because you can't cast a lot of spells. I mean, like 90% of them without that. So silence is to stop wizards and shit.
Silence is, how do you call it? Has been
Golden.
nerfed since 3rd edition, because in 3rd edition you could cast it on an object. And you could carry that object around with you while you were invisible.
Yeah.
So you
Wasn't
you
that
would be
because of
completely
people like you?
undetectable. Yeah, because of people like me.
Oh,
Anyway,
well, how about this for the rest of the trip home then?
Pass without trace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection.
Yeah.
fantastic. Everybody roll me stealth with advantage, please.
For the duration, each creature
the
you
plus
choose
It's
within
10.
plus 10. It's
Yeah.
stealth plus 10 with that. Oh, wait, it's stealth plus 10, right? That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get advantage, Armolad, which you already rolled, so you don't have to
17.
roll because you're super. 17.
and
And
26.
26 from Scar.
Fantastic. You make it back to the safety of Sanctuary as you start seeing the shift, and like now that it's getting nighttime, there's new guards. There's new guards arriving, and more. And people are now doing that thing where they're like, yeah, it's getting close to dark. Shops are closing. Click, click, stop, stop. There's less and less people just by the time that you arrive at the church.
By the way, who in our party doesn't have dark vision?
And I do believe you.
Okay, because I have this cantrip that I can touch you and give you dark vision for what, 8 hours. So if we're ever in that situation, remind me.
How's that cantrip?
Or no, sorry, ability,
It's
I should say.
one
Sorry.
action.
Yeah, okay.
Go back to. I figured they were cantrips because it was just from.
You have this ability which acts just like this spell.
Shadow arts, yes. Starting when you choose the tradition, blah blah.
Sorry to
Cost me
interrupt, but yeah, click on
It would cost me 2 key points. That's it.
Yeah, okay. So for 2 key points, I can give somebody dark vision. Got it.
Yeah,
There it
for
is.
a bunch of hours.
There we go. Good to know. Good to know.
So I wait for 4 hours while they're asleep. I cast it on them. Then I meditate for 4 hours and get my key points back. And then when they wake up, I still have it for 4 more hours. Okay.
That's actually pretty cunning. I gotta give it to you.
Yes.
Well, I do
Okay.
believe we have entered
We're there.
the
I'm
bad zone.
about to wrap it up. Let me wrap it up here professionally.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Professionally.
What?
You arrive at the church. It is getting close to dark time when it's very dangerous. When Los wakes up and has more power. There Scar and there Crag and Q are waiting to greet you and waiting to greet the decision, the invitation. Q again is holding on, and you could see that maybe tears were going through her. I don't know, whatever. I won't play for her, but she's holding on to the envelope, And the invitation to Los is still there. Midnight dinner. Getting close to dark. And with that, we'll close today's episode and wait till next time. In 2 weeks when the whole party's here.
Yes, in 2 weeks.
Because
next
we like explosions here in America. Not only do we like explosion, we like bonus nachos.
Bonus nachos, everybody.
I tell Philippina
July
that
bonus
she probably
nachos.
doesn't want to go back to Blinkies.